Hey folks, I'm the Mysterious JG. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIII. Let's play Final Fantasy XIII. Seems like an odd way to start the video with the fail screen, but yeah, I basically just ditched two videos. At the end of the last video that I actually decided to salvage, I was saying I wasn't going to bother to fight Longuis or Xiaolonguis. I changed my mind, decided I'd showcase them because they're like one of the ultimate challenges, and since I've done the other ultimate challenges, I figured I would do the set. But yeah, I started running into some real problems, and the only thing you guys missed, in order to unlock these guys, what they do is they take the place of the Adamanchelids and Adamantortoises wandering around on the Arclight Steppes. And they look pretty much the same, but they have much higher hit points and much, much nastier attacks. And as you will recall from way back in Chapter 11, Act 11, Adamantortoises could one-hit you with their stomp. Well, these guys are much worse than them. I had a run in. I was trying to beat the smaller ones. I think a lot of people say the smaller ones are actually more difficult to defeat. They've got a lot less hit points, of course, but they're pretty nasty. I need to do a couple of adjustments. It's like I said, in the interest of full disclosure, I had a complete 30-minute fight against one of these things, and it ended. It had like very little hit points left, and I just barely died, and it was really frustrating. But I need to change a couple of things. Unless I'm very much mistaken. Hold on. She has slow. She does not have slow. And she does not have slow. That's part of the problem. I wanted to keep Fang as a sentinel, and I didn't have her as a saboteur, and I didn't realize that she's my only saboteur in this grouping that uses slow, and slow is one of the things that you can use against this guy, and god damn it, do you want to prevent this thing from having turns if you can. And I'll go ahead and switch Prudent Planning up, because I don't think a sentinel was really helping me much there. The problem with this thing I'm about to face, it has two attacks that were really big problems. In Theory 3, people talk on the forums about Quake. I didn't notice it using Quake much. The big attacks it was using, it uses Ultima. It's the first enemy in the game I've come across that uses Ultima, except that actually technically in a deleted video I fought Longui first. The Xiaolongui is the smaller version. It replaces the Adamanchelids. So it doesn't have two legs you disable like those guys do. And you haven't really seen that yet. I haven't showcased that yet, but anyway. It just replaces the little dinosaur babies that I fought earlier. But it uses Ultima. It also uses an attack called Bay, which is very frustrating because it inflicts daze on all party members. And unless you give over all of your accessory slots to fighting daze, you are going to get hit with daze periodically. Unless you can kill it so fast that it never even gets that off. So I had a bunch of stuff going with Sentinels, but I don't think Sentinels are really all that terribly useful. I think the only place where Sentinels were helping me, possibly... I mean, the Tortoise... You need to go to Tortoise to survive Ultima. Other than that, I don't think using Fang as a Sentinel is helping me too much here, because it has all these area effect attacks, so it's not like she was taking all the damage. And her, as a Sentinel, her boost that she grants to other party members for damage isn't that big of a deal. So I'm going to go ahead and go with this approach, which is actually really close to what you're supposed to use as your buffs against the ultimate boss dude of this game, in theory. Not the ultimate boss, story boss, but Vercingetorix, which according to the strategy guide is the toughest guy to beat. So let's try this again. Oh wait, am I recording? I am recording, right? I just had this sudden flash of, am I recording? Yes, I'm recording. Sorry, guys. It's been a weird night recording this game. I lost over an hour of footage because when you fight these things and fail, it can take a really long time. Like, it takes forever to kill these guys. So if you come close but don't make it, it's a lot of time lost. Anyway, let's see what we can do against this guy. Well, he starts with Quake. That's kind of interesting. Because he wasn't using that much at all. He was using Ultima a lot. So now we've got a good idea of what he's immune to, and he's not immune to too much. The two biggies, of course. You can use daze on him. In theory, that would be really good to have applied. So I just need to be prepared at all times to switch to Tortoise because of Ultima. That's the big thing. I don't think I showed it to you guys, but my equipment setup now also features everybody has the thing that gives you occasional instant haste. So I have to be, again, prepared at all times to switch to Tortoise. Which makes sense, fighting a big, giant, tortoise-looking guy. Really love to get... Yeah, here we go. Ultima, switch to Tortoise. This does a lot of damage.
Thanks.
We should be able to recover pretty quickly. And when he's hurt, he starts spamming that thing like nobody's business. This is constant Tortoise. It's pretty frustrating. Now he's... Oh, he was dazed, but it only lasts for like a second. That's too bad. That's what I want to see. Now, he does like to actually cast Ultima while he's staggered, which is very frustrating. Because it means that when you think you're going to be able to do some damage, he suddenly is going on offense against you. But at least I slowed him, so this should help. I read strategies for this guy that suggest you're supposed to be able to take him out in one stagger. I don't see how. They must have very different weapon setups than me. I'm gonna get him more than halfway down. Damn it, nobody got to smite him. Ah, shit. Or Scourge. That's when he's recovering from a stagger and you attack. That's a really good attack. And because of the timing there, nobody ended up using it. I want to get cocky. So far this is going a lot better than my last battle against him went. A lot better, and I think the difference is having Fang doing debuffs like slow is making a big difference. He's not getting to use constant Ultima. I mean, seriously, the guy went for like... There was one point where within 20 seconds he had cast Ultima 3 times. I shit you not. Okay, now I really need to heal. Of course, the asshole is staggered, and I'm not able to attack him because I'm too busy trying to recover from his nasty-ass attack. You're a loser. I'm perfect. I'm Mr. Perfect. A phrase I was using a lot during these deleted videos. Now get up there and start doing some 999 kind of damage. And switch to Tortoise. Because this bastard uses Ultima when you're in the middle of trying to deal damage in a stagger. Probably thinks it's funny. Yeah, this is just going a lot faster than before. Which is excellent. Oh, the other thing that I wasn't getting was Curse. That's the one where you interrupt him. I didn't have that before. I think I might be interrupting some of his attacks. No, I just had a really nasty time of it last video, or the deleted video. Now I'm getting overconfident. This is going as smoothly as I'd hoped it would. Yeah. Okay, can we get back to attacking him? Is he still got 9? Okay, he's still staggered. So we should be able to finish it here. Oh, this one's so much better than the last one. I almost did it before my initial debuffs wore off. Didn't quite. I don't care. That's fine. Oh god, I had such a hard time with that last time. 5 stars. Much, much better. Seriously, guys, last time I had a half an hour battle where I'd almost wound him down. It took 30 minutes. The difference was getting slow and probably curse, and occasionally even daze cast by Fang. I didn't realize how many debuffs Vanille and Lightning between them at level 5 in the Chrysanthemum don't have. Bang was getting all the good debuffs. But I had 30 minutes, and at the 30-minute mark, I swear to God, he cast Doom on Lightning. So it was like, really irritating. No spoils. I mean, what would I need spoils for, game? So there you are. Didn't use any technique points, which means that I can hunt down this long GUI, the big bad version of Same, who honestly, thanks to the fact that I have elixirs and can restore technique points, and thanks to the fact that there's a trick that you can use where you summon, when you summon Aeons, it takes their legs out from underneath this guy. Hopefully this one will actually be easier than Xiaolong GUI was. It will probably take longer because it has more hit points. But man, that last battle I had with that guy. I fought one of these guys in a deleted video too, and lost. But man, it was close, and it really didn't take anywhere near as long as the Xiaolong GUI battle seemed to be taking. So what is my default paradigm? It needs to be Tortoise, just in case he opens with the big attack. And I'm going to go for Fortisol, Agisol, and see what happens here. Wish me luck, guys. The ultimate, if I pull this off, it'll be the ultimate dinosaur killing video.
Odin.
You the man, Odin. Do my Libroscopes. Really, the only purpose in summoning Odin is because, as you saw, the legs get destroyed instantly, and once the legs are destroyed, he doesn't attack anymore for a while. You get free shots on him. So I'm just going to keep casting debuffs because when my other party members arrive, I need to keep doing the same. And it's also building up the stagger meter. So when my other party members come in to replace Odin, and you can't use Gestalt mode, that will reset the meter. Come on, guys. Use your Saboteur stuff. What is it? You can hit it with most of this stuff, but these are the big ones that we want.
Keep the enemy off balance.
You need to do as much damage as humanly possible while it's still down and staggered. It'd be really nice if we could kill it halfway. I probably won't be able to get it halfway dead, though. That's probably too much to ask, honestly. Oh wow, we're actually doing pretty good there. We got it more than halfway dead. I'm surprised at how well this is going. This is a long GUI, isn't it? This is an Adamantoise. What? I thought we'd be fighting a long GUI. Okay, well this is an Adamantoise. This is a weaker version of Same. I thought we were fighting a long GUI. I was like wondering why it was going so well, actually. Honestly. Got a platinum ingot, that's nice. Yeah, that was... I thought we were fighting a long GUI. I was really pleased at how quickly it was dying, but... that was pretty surprising. I thought the long GUIs were gone. I thought we took them out when we we got Xiaolonguis showing up instead. Maybe they replaced some of the big guys, but not all of them. At any rate, we need to get more technique points now. So I will go ahead and use an Ether Sol, because how often do we need to use them? Well, there you saw how you fight a Adamantortus, which is... Oh, I guess I might as well pick this up on here. Adamantortus is what you grind against to get platinum ingots, which are the best sold for a premium item in the game. Each of those gives you enough to buy 3 of the probably best item leveling up component that's available in the game. Alright, well now I gotta find a Longui. I was really quite pleased at how well that was going, but no, there's a reason it was going so well. It wasn't the super ultimate enemy I thought it was. It was a wimpy dinosaur. That guy up there, see that big old monster? That's got it. Well, no, he's not moving. Which probably means he's just really close and he's a Xiaolonguis. I see over there in the background, there's a guy that's moving around. Let's see what his deal is. Let's go up there, pay him a visit, see how he's doing. I do not want to use up all of my shrouds fighting regular Adamantoises. So I'm hoping this guy turns out to be a Longui. Yeah, whatever, buddy. I don't give a crap about you. Okay. Same deal, only it's going to take a lot more. It's going to take more than one stagger to kill. This has to be a Longui. It just has to be. Yeah, it looks like a different... if I did not miss my guess, this is a different enemy. Starting with the right... Yeah, it's also... He didn't go for I didn't go for ultimate. I didn't give him a chance to do very much, but... Okay, so I want to check... Well, no, he looks pretty big.
This'll be interesting. Odin.
Okay, he did cast Ultima, so I know it's the right guy here at least. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cast some buffs on Odin. I want to use a Libroscope on him. Twice. So I learn all of his many secrets. He's immune to daze. Otherwise, he's got the same weaknesses that the other guy has. And by the other guy, I mean Xiaolonguis. But yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot more damage to take this guy down than it took to take down the Adamantortus. Luckily, we can use poison on him. He's got a really high stagger point, of course.
Keep the enemy off balance.
Okay, come on, guys. Let's not waste any time here.
I control my fate.
Switch to aggression so that as soon as she's done with this at 999, she'll be doing commando attacks. Because we don't want her wearing pants. She has to go commando. Sadly, I don't see that we're really exceeding the damage limit here. Yeah, see this? It's like not even a quarter dead yet, and the stagger's almost over. This is going to be a much harder fight than the Adamantoids was. Scourge, damn it, Scourge! I don't think there's a whole lot of chance that we're going to get another stagger going before it gets back up, but if we can, I'll just make it guaranteed that we can take him out once we get, well, I'll have to use... Matter of fact, to be on the safe side, let's use an elixir right now. That means that we get our, I didn't see what I was going for. I don't think it was going for, Ultima, but...
Odin.
You the man, Odin. Hopefully this will be enough. I mean, certainly this wouldn't be a viable approach to take against this guy as a kind of an ongoing concern. Because you're not going to be able to replace your elixirs, but... Oh no, I just realized I did something really stupid. I summoned Odin while he was staggered, which means that I'll have to stagger him again. I think we'll be alright. As far as getting the achievement goes, this is fine. I'm using 2 elixirs. Beating him without using elixirs be a bit more difficult. And you need to be able to do that if you actually want to fight these guys for, like, to farm them. But I don't think anybody really farms these guys.
Change of plan.
They're just too damn dangerous. They're about as dangerous as an enemy gets in this game. There comes a point where an enemy... Their game has to have an enemy that's tough enough that you don't just farm them for items. You actually have to use the best items that you've gathered in order to defeat said enemy. Okay, so this would be really nice to take this guy out. If I take this guy out, even though I haven't done 1 or 2 of the marks on screen, it'll mean I've defeated all of the toughest enemies in the game. And better Final Fantasy XIII players than me will complain about how I used an elixir or 2 against the long GUI, but damn it, it worked for me.
Stay down.
Scourge like madness. Macho madness. Once he gets up, I can go ahead and use one more, that last elixir, and we'll finish this thing. But if he doesn't get up, we'll have to try to see if we can finish him off, it'd be really nice to finish him off without using that other elixir, actually. That would be good for my, oh shit, see, our buffs have worn off, too. Come on, guys, finish it before he gets up again. There we go! And I unlocked the achievement Adamant Will. And I did it in 5 minutes instead of half an hour. So that's good. I did use 1 elixir. I used 1 elixir. I believe you can get 4 or 5 elixirs total in the game. And if you're not going to use them against this guy, the only other guy that would be worth using them against would be Vercingetorix, and I defeated him off-screen without using an elixir, so I'm feeling pretty good. I have, however, lost track of how long this video is because I forgot to start my timer. So I don't know if I have enough time to do anything else in this video. 24 minutes. Well, what else could I do in this video? In theory, it might be fun to beat an adamant tortoise without using a summon. But the only difference is you've got to knock its legs off manually. And then stagger it, and then defeat it, and it just takes a lot longer. I mean, a lot longer. Where's the nearest save point? Nearest save point's over here. Is that it over there? Is this the lake that the save point's on the other side of? Yes, it is. Oh, there it is. I see it. Yeah, so it's obviously it takes a lot longer. Against the long GUI, who does use Ultima and stuff like that. That's why I had the tortoise as my opening gambit. I don't know. I just don't know that I can be bothered to deal with one of those adamant tortoises. I think at this point I would be able to handle it without using the summon trick. I always use the summon trick against it when I'm grinding against them for platinum ingots, because you do want to grind against those guys for platinum ingots sometimes. The other thing is I don't know for sure how I would go about quickly and easily finding one. That would be a Xiaolong Gui, which I don't want to deal with. I didn't really think I'd be able to find one. I figured anything I found now would be a Longui. But it looks like you can find adamantoises. So it might be interesting to see what it's like to actually beat one fair and square. It would turn this into a pretty long video, though. That looks like it's a Longui. What I really need to find now is a well, I mean, I know where there is one. I know where there's one. I would have to go. There's one in Act 12 back in Eden, where they the evil Bartandalus has released a bunch of pulse monsters to attack Eden and scare the crap out of people. And what are you? You are a. You can tell by the color of the tail, actually. I think they're all Xiaolong Guis. Well, I'll tell you what I can do. I have to decide if I feel like showcasing it at all. How you beat them without using summons. I'm sure as hell not going to fight a Longui without using summons. I don't care. It's possible, I'm sure. I don't care. I beat it. That's what you need to do to get the Xbox achievement. So I don't care about beating it without using that trick. As a matter of fact, I don't think anybody really considers using summons to knock its legs off a trick, because the legs do come back. The only thing that could even marginally be considered a bit of a cheat there was that I used an elixir against it so I could get my technique points back and use the summon trick against it twice. But, I mean, frankly, the dang, it's considered to be either, at very worst, that is the third toughest monster in the game. If you consider the Xiaolong Gui, the little version that, I mean, I had so much trouble with off-camera because it was spamming Ultima, to be tougher than it, and you consider Vercingetorix to be tougher than it, then it's the third strongest enemy in the game. But I don't think that's true. I think it was probably, if you fight it without using the trick, probably the toughest enemy in the game, because I didn't have that much trouble with Vercingetorix. So what I'm getting at, folks, is I use an elixir. There are probably strategies out there to beat it without using the elixir and stuff, but if you can't use an elixir on that thing, then what's the point of having the damn item? So, that's it. That's going to be it for this video. Command decision, I don't think I'm going to bother to show you the fight without using... I mean, I could go beat up an adamant tortoise and knock its legs off manually and then defeat it. But it's just the same thing, except you have to keep attacking the legs until they get down to 0 hit points, and when you've taken them both down, it falls down. And if you don't finish it off, then it gets back up, and you have to do the trick again. So, no, I don't think it's worth showing. Which means that in the next video, I'm going to show you guys Gigantor and Vercingetorix. And at that point, I'm going to be done with the non-story portion of the game. We're going to have probably one more video where I do all that, and then we're going to go to a different save state where I have a weaker party ready to actually finish the story. And because they're weaker, the story battles should have the dramatic punch intended. Because although you can, this is post-game. I've won the game, and it lets you continue from the beginning of Act 13. And at the beginning of Act 13, you're allowed to teleport back to Act 12. I was wrong. I said earlier you can't get back to Act 12. That's not true. You can go back to Act 12. you can go back to Pulse, which is Act 11. So basically, Act 11 through 13 are still accessible post-game, and Act 10 and anything before that you can't get to anymore. So if I took this party back through the end of the game, all the battles would be pathetic cakewalk jokes. So instead, we're going to, like I said, we'll do theoretically the toughest enemy in the game, Vercingetorix, in the next video, along with Gigantor, who is a tough and unique mark that I have not actually defeated, although I'm under the impression that it should be very easy with a party that can beat Vercingetorix. And that'll be one more video, and then however many videos it takes to beat Act 13, that's what's left in the LP. And at some point down the road, I'll probably do Final Fantasy 13-2. Who knows? There's so many games to be played. I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I was going to thank you for your patience for sitting through the failure vids, but I cut the failure vids out. So, full disclosure, yeah, didn't quite knock those 2 big dinosaurs out on the first try and either, but we got it done. See you next time.